Hello, my name is Pawan Kumar, and in this video we are going to learn how to create Kubernetes cluster on Google Cloud. So first of all, you would require Google Cloud account so that you can log in onto it. If you are using any Gmail account, you can use that Gmail account to create your GCP account. And now you can see this kind of dashboard once you log in into GCP, Google Cloud platform. So right now I am at the home page. So you have to create Kubernetes cluster. So you need to go to this option and then drag it down. And here you can see that Kubernetes engine, and then you need to click on Kubernetes engine cluster. So once you clicked on it, first time, if you are seeing it first time, then you will not see any of your cluster listing at here. But I am opening it second time, that's why it's showing me, because I have already created Kubernetes cluster, that's why it's showing it here. So right now this cluster is not running, so I'm going to create one new cluster at here. So you need to create, if you want to create, then you click on this create cluster. Okay, so it will give you, first of all, you need to put the name of your cluster. So I want to name it cluster demo. So I named it cluster demo. Now it is asking for the location. So there are two options that you can create your cluster. One is zonal and second one is regional. If you are using in a free tier Kubernetes cluster, then you will need to go for the zonal only, because it supports only single zonal location. But if you want to go for the production, and if you have activated your GCP account to use as a production, then you can go for the regional. Now you have to select the zone. I'm just keeping it default, US Central 1C. Now I need to specify node location. Right now I'm using for the demo purpose. I'm not going to specify the location for node. But if you are going for the production Kubernetes cluster deployment, what you need to do is to specify the node location. Why node location is important? Because let's say you have a 3 node cluster, and each node is a single zonal. So if something will happen into that particular zonal, your cluster will be down. So this way you will not have the high availability of your cluster. So if you want to keep your cluster highly available, you need to launch your nodes in multiple locations. So right now I'm keeping it default. It is asking for the master version. So you can select your master version, like right now it's a 1.414. So you can go for 1.5, 1.6, and the latest one is 1.5.11. So you can select any version that you want to go for. I'm just keeping it default right now, or you can select, there is no any difference. The difference will be that you will have the latest version, that's it. So I am selecting the default one. Now go for create. So the creation process, init process. So once this is going to take some time. Once this is done, I will resume this video. Okay, so we are back now. So you can see that your cluster has been created, and it has default 3 node into the cluster, and each node, total core of 3 nodes will be 3 vCPU. Each node will be having 1 CPU, vCPU, and 11.25 GB RAM, total RAM you have into your cluster. So your cluster is created. If you want to access your cluster, you just need to go on connect and run in a shell, cloud shell. Okay, so we have launched, and you can open this console in next web tab. So we are done. Now you can fetch the cluster nodes information by kubectl get nodes. So you have 3 nodes in this cluster. So it is listing. So these 3 are the worker node only. The master node will not be visible at here because that's run into the other nodes, and that is not visible by simply putting kubectl get nodes at here. So you have created your Kubernetes cluster. So now you can see that when you create GCP account, you get $300 to use on Google Cloud to practice. So once you will create cluster for your demo, it will cost you. You can see that I have left only 21,458 rupees. So if I keep this cluster running, so in a few days, I will see that my price has been reduced and I will not able to practice any other services. So to save your money, if you are not doing practice, you can start your Kubernetes cluster when you want to practice, or if you don't want to practice, you can simply stop this cluster, and if you want to start again, then you can start your cluster. So as we can see that there is no any other option to start and stop at here in GUI mode. So you can start and stop your cluster from the command line. So if you want to do so, you can check my other video where you can see that how you can stop and start your Kubernetes cluster to save your bills, save your money. So I'll put the link of that video below of this video, so you can go and check that how you can stop and start your Kubernetes cluster on Google Cloud. So meanwhile, that's it for this video. We'll see you in the next video with the next technology. Meanwhile, goodbye, take care.